And did you hear there's a new king of late-night television, at least where the money matters? Last month, Comedy Central's Jon Stewart won the coveted 18 to 49 age group, edging out NBC's Jay Leno and also CBS's David Letterman. For a look at what this means for the Jon Stewart economy, I'm joined now by Brad Adgate of Horizon Media. Brad, nice to have you here. And first question to you is whether or not Jon Stewart's rise has only to do with a one-off thing. You know, he had the rally, and then he had Obama coming onto his program.
I think that certainly helped. I think, you know, it's very fortuitous that he did all these things. The election was coming up. And, of course, tonight he probably faces his stiffest competition he's ever had, with Conan O'Brien debuting on TBS with his own talk show at the same time.
And it's the same demographic for the both of them?
Typically, Typically, I think Conan O'Brien, when he was on The Tonight Show, the median age was about 10 years younger. I think they're probably going after the same adult, 18 to 49. Right. And you might say this is Letterman and Leno for cable at 11, but, you know, they offer different types of humor. Stewart's more political, and Conan's more traditional late-night variety talk show.
I can't imagine Conan being invited by Tim Geithner to talk about the economy. But anyway, why do you say Stewart is being undervalued?
Well, it just goes back to his ad rates. You know, it goes back to, you know, Turner made this big claim during the upfront period when they were negotiating ad rates with advertising. Conan spent since 1993 on broadcast TV. Turner said there's no difference. You know, we want the same rates that NBC got, and they claim they got it, which would be about $30,000 to $40,000 for a 30-second commercial. Jon Stewart doesn't get anywhere near that.
What does he get?
He probably gets somewhere in the $6,000 to $10,000 range. So there's a huge upside potentially for Comedy Central and Jon Stewart to get more dollars, or advertisers just going to be lining up to buy in his show because it's going to be a much more efficient buy for them.
You mean advertisers lining up to do what?
To advertise on Jon Stewart's show because of the great ad rates that he's getting.
So what can he get then, feasibly?
Well, I think you know, it depends on what the audience gets. But if he's #1 in adults 18 to 49, you would think that would command network-like cost per thousands, which is what he's not getting.
But overall, though, the number of viewers is still less than I think other shows on cable, right? I mean,
oh, sure, yeah. I mean, you know, you look at some of these dramas, and you look at, you know, these shows like The Closer, they do 7, 8, 9 million. But you know what Jon Stewart does? He brings in a younger audience, and that's where advertisers pay a premium for. You know, you look at Letterman and Leno, they have a median age of 55, 56. His is 38. You know, that's a real sweet spot for advertisers.
Pretty young.
Yeah,
that is young. 38 is
Absolutely.
young. Okay, all right, but Jon Stewart, though, are we overstating his importance, even though we're doing a whole segment on him? Are we overstating his importance?
Well, I don't think so. You know, a few years ago, really opened up a lot of eyes of where young people get their news. You know, they don't read newspapers as much as older age groups. They certainly don't watch the evening newscasts on network TV or cable news networks. What they do is they get their news online, and they get it from Jon Stewart. And that's another important component of Jon Stewart is his online activity, where he gets over $200,000 hits of telecast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not dollars, hits.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, all right, very interesting. Actually, I watch a lot of it online myself, so I can imagine it. Yeah. I can imagine that a lot of people do that as well. Okay, thank you so much, Brad. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Brad Adgate of Horizon Media, the director of research there. And